See that green bar moving? That means that my desktop audio of my thunderstorm is playing in the background. That green bar down there means I'm flapping my gums and you can actually hear it. Unfortunately for you, my first video, the audio wasn't working and I didn't figure that out until after I came back in from mowing the lawn before the actual storm that's going to be happening here. So I'm going to try to make this version a lot quicker. The question is, and I want to be very effing clear on this before I begin, I am not looking to start anything. I am not looking to be divisive. I am truly inquiring, and I will not judge and look upon you weirdly or differently if you don't agree with me. It's okay not to agree with me. But as a company, WWE, all things wrestling, why am I talking about Machine Gun Kelly? He was in WWE 2K22. He was downloadable content. Am I jealous? I wish I was downloadable content, but who the hell am I? He was at SummerSlam with Jelly Roll, who I appreciate. He gave the brass knuckles to Logan Paul, okay, to try to take out LA Knight. He's a part of wrestling a little bit, enough that I feel like the controversy that surrounds him is worth mentioning. When he was 19, I get it, it was like a decade and something ago, but it doesn't change the fact that he said, and I quote, he wishes 13, 14, 15-year-old girls weren't allowed to be so hot so he wouldn't feel like such a creeper when he's looking at them. And he goes, and I'm still 19. I'm just saying, man, when I was 18, I had a hard time dating a girl that was 16 turning 17, and people were calling me a creeper. Okay? This guy was 19 at the time, going all the way down to 13. That is just absolutely whack for me. And this isn't one of those things where we got to start looking up, digging up old stuff from the past and slam people and cancel them. I'm not asking anybody to cancel them. I'm asking, why is it so easy for some people to just be able to forget about this? Because to me, this is quite a big deal. When he was in his early 20s, I think he was 22, 23, he says, okay, I just saw a picture of Eminem's daughter, Haley, who at the time was 16. And he goes, I have to say, she's hot as F in the most respectful way. And by the way, these are all like real tweets, by the way. They're not like propaganda, fake tweets. These are very real tweets. Okay? Like, to me, it's just wow. And if you go on Reddit, which I'm going to have a link down below in the description box to all of these links that I'm going to be referencing to here, you can see the dynamic here. Like, for instance, the article here is, if this score gets even lower, two things Machine Gun Kelly likes will be the same number. This one says, what do I say to all the haters that keep calling MGK this? I can't say the word because the AI algorithm could flag my video as not suitable for, you know, whatever advertisers, and that nickel I might make on the video. I'd like to get my nickel. He says it's annoying and blah, 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 and you'll have some people that go, just ignore it, bro. They just want to keep complaining online. They just want attention. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I'm not doing this because I want attention. These people are weak-minded and don't realize people say stupid stuff when they're young for attention. And you know what? That could be true. That really, really could be true. But in the end, and we'll briefly get into it here, this person says there's also him when he was 23 saying he would go after the 17-year-old. That was about Kendall Jenner some 11 years ago. I have the video for that. Again, link down below in the description box if you want to see that. Then again, when he was 22, said that Eminem's 16-year-old daughter was hot. Just gross. And then right here, super quick.
I'm saying I'm 23, bro. She's 17 and she's like a celebrity. Like there is no limits right there.
There's no limits right there. I'm 23, she's 17. And he says I'm not a creepy old age. The thing is does he still think that today? Maybe he has an ounce of truth. 23 is not as gross as 53. But he also said if you're 50 and Kendall Jenner comes naked in your bed, you're going at it. And I'm like, wow. Like, just wow. Yeah, like I'm just blown away. And in this video, which you can watch from Fuse, they never took it off. It was posted 11 years ago when he was on Fuse. He also talked about, like, there's no limits. It's okay because, hey, Axl Rose did it. Hey, Jimmy Page did it. And as far as I know, that's true too. And it's very unfortunate because I like Guns N' Roses. But Axl Rose in 1985 just avoided statutory rape on a 15-year-old girl, and Slash even in his book wrote about it. So it is true that it happened. Her name was Michelle, okay? And Axel was 23 years old in 85. So that whole groupie scene, you know, whether it's Machine Gun Kelly, whether it's Axl Rose, whether it's Led Zeppelin's Jimmy Page, when he was 24 years old, apparently started doing stuff. I don't even want to say the word. When she was as low as 13, her name is Lori Maddox. Then you have people that go, hey, how come nobody talks about David Bowie being a PAE? And I'm like, oh, come on, not my David Bowie, right? And then I start realizing that even though it was disgusting, it was one of those things where people just went, well, it's disgusting, and then still appreciated them. Like, I don't want to have to hate any of these people. It's not fun to do that. But I feel conflicted because it's like all these people were admired, still admired David Bowie. I don't want to say anything disgusting about him. But on a flip side, and this is true because I checked it out, even with David Bowie, who was with a 13-year-old groupie, and there's a lot of stories that would point to that being true. David Bowie in the 70s as well, though, when he went to make a movie with Jennifer Connelly, the movie was called Labyrinth, he said that he adamantly requested that the kissing scene be removed from the movie because of that age gap between himself and Jennifer Connelly. And then people go, well, people make mistakes, but the point is to come full circle. It's hard for me to let these details go. I mean, I won't stop myself from listening to Guns N' Roses because one guy, the singer, you know, may have or may not have done something gross with it. I'm really conflicted. And in this day and age, and the Me Too movement and all that, and your Harvey Weinsteins, your R. Kellys, which Eminem called Machine Gun Kelly that in his diss video, I just feel like it's just kind of weird because Hulk Hogan dropped the N-word and WWE erased that guy like he never existed, got rid of Chris Benoit. No, I'm not making comparisons to what Machine Gun Kelly said in a tweet and a YouTube video compared to what Chris Benoit did, but I'm just saying what I mean by that is WWE is not shy to annihilate your ass if they're like, yeah, we don't stand for that. Look what they did with Brock Lesnar, removed him from the game. Then he was always kind of on the roster on the webpage, but not really. Then they got rid of Vince. They blurred out his face. They removed all reference from him, and it's like he's a part of history. Just because you show him doesn't mean you support what he did. And that's kind of like where I'm falling in with this. It's on the flip side, he hasn't said anything really weird or creepy as far as I know. I don't have all day to start looking up all these celebrities to see what they're saying. It seems like he hasn't repeated that behavior. Has he changed? Has he matured? Maybe he has. But the past is the past. I used to sell weed. You're not supposed to do that. And I got arrested for it, and I have a criminal record for it. So whether or not I've changed, which I have, and it's been almost a quarter of a century since that one screw-up I did, it's still a part of who I was. I'm no longer that person, but I still did that thing. Although I'm not nearly as ashamed to tell you I sold weed as he should be ashamed of saying what he said or what Vince McMahon has done, right? That level of where do you cross the line? The line is supposed to be 18. If you're over 18, the girls you're supposed to be with are 18. I don't know. So help me see this. We don't have to get nasty with one another. Help me understand. Like, do you see my side? Do you even see where I'm coming from in the slightest way? Like, yeah, I get it with all the things that I showed you. And like, he's not the first either, and how he was using these people as an excuse. Right? That's why I was talking about these people, specifically Jimmy Page and Axel, because he mentioned that in this interview. Like, well, they did it. You know what I'm saying? Groupie love, whatever. Celebrity, no limits. Like, you heard it from his own mouth. So should the company technically ditch him? Or am I overreacting? It was a long time ago. He was young. He was stupid. It's changed. We've moved on. Can we move on from this type of stuff because in the end he didn't do it, he just said it? I mean, there's a difference between saying it and then actually being like a Harvey Weinstein or an R. Kelly, right? So is that the difference because he said it and didn't do it? I don't know. It's been bugging me. For a while I'd completely forgotten about him, no offense. And then we saw him at SummerSlam. Like I said, he played a little part at SummerSlam. And then I was like, oh, fuck that guy again. And it was like, oh yeah, he was in the 2K22 game. And then I started Googling him to see what other people thought. And it seems like it's mixed. You're allowed to think what you want. You really are. It's not, okay, 10 minutes. Let's end it here. I think I got my point across. What is your take? Thumbs up if you liked the video. Does greatly help support the channel. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. I'll bend it in half, twist it, break it off in your ass. If you want to subscribe, great. If not, whatever. Thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and I'm so glad this is like 6 minutes shorter than the other one. Bye for now.